Hey y'all, and welcome back to another vlog. Today we are going to make butter swim biscuits. Y'all, when I have learned how to make these biscuits, I never went back to making the regular biscuits. These are so easy, simple, but oh my gosh, the flavor is amazing. Buttery, have that saltiness and sweetness. It is a crowd pleaser. So let's get started. So we're going to begin with our ingredients. You will need buttermilk, and for me, I use dry buttermilk. It really is convenient for me. I don't always have regular buttermilk at hand. And we're also going to have our 2 cups of flour and our 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, and a full stick of butter. So we're going to begin with preparing our buttermilk mix. Now with the dry buttermilk, I typically do this because if you're not constantly using buttermilk, you'll have it in your refrigerator, and sometimes the buttermilk can begin to expire, and expired buttermilk has a different texture. This is my opinion, not everyone's, but I typically keep dry buttermilk on hand, and you will literally follow the directions on the back of the container. For my recipe, I'm using 2 cups of buttermilk. However, with this biscuit recipe, you can use 1.5 cups for a thicker batter, or you can do the 2 cups like myself and have a more thinner batter, but you will see the consistency once I get it all blended together. Now that we have our buttermilk blend mixed, we're going to go ahead and combine all of our dry ingredients into the same bowl. Once everything is combined together, we're going to go ahead and put our stick of butter into our Pyrex baking dish. You can, however, place the whole stick of butter into the Pyrex, or like how I did to evenly distribute the butter, I did cut it up and just placed it on the baking dish. I set my oven temperature at 450 degrees. It was already preheated so that I can proceed with my recipe and not have to stop and wait for the oven to warm up. You will then place this Pyrex baking dish or whatever baking dish you have for your biscuits into the oven just to melt the butter and then pull it out. while the butter is melting, we're going to go ahead and incorporate our buttermilk to our dry ingredients and get that all mixed together so that we can pour it into our butter mix and go ahead and bake it. With my 2 cups of buttermilk blend, my batter is a little looser, and this is only for your own preference. My batter is not loose, but it has a pancake batter consistency. If you would like your biscuits to be on the more fluffier side and more airy, then I would just do 1.5 cups. If you're like me, I like that biscuit texture. It's a little heavy, but it's still light, fluffy. It is still very soft and pillowy. Then you can do the 2 cups of buttermilk. But I would not use more buttermilk or less than 1.5 cups. So you can do this however you choose. Adjust this recipe how you like it. You can use less sugar. You can use a little more sugar if you like your biscuits extra sweet. But I just like that perfect balance of sweet, salty, and buttery with that dense biscuit. It's not dry and it's not doughy. It's not real heavy. This is just a perfect blend for us. Here I'm taking my knife and I'm going ahead and cutting my squares into my biscuit mix. However, you can bypass this whole step. You really don't have to do this because when they do come out of the oven, you will kind of have to go through it again. So you can just bake it regular, or you can go ahead and score it with a knife just to make an easier cut. And here they are, y'all. These are some of the best biscuits ever. Now, grandma biscuits, still the bomb. But this literally cuts down having to do the flour and the dough and the biscuit cutter. Now listen, if you like all of that, that is totally fine because I still love them. But if I can make life just a little bit more easier and super convenient to feed my family, because I'm working with toddlers, y'all. You know these babies don't have patience. So if I can make a quick and easy but still have that same great flavor and texture, then I'm going to do that. And then on those days where everyone is down and I can roll out those biscuits and get to cutting those regular grandma buttermilk biscuits, then I'll do that. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Let me know if you try these out. I'm telling you, these biscuits are perfect with honey, jelly. Child, you can make a biscuit breakfast sandwich, because I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And remember, if you are not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button so you don't miss any more recipes that I post on my channel. As always, y'all, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.